Okay, this is a video on how to do Mr. Moore's monthly EFTPS payments. So you're going to start out by first, we're in our bookkeeping folder, and then you're going to go to Mr. Moore's Feed and Seed, the year you're trying to go into, the quarter, it'll be in work papers, the month you're working on, and the pay stubs. Once you have that up, you can find he pays his employees weekly. So I've already entered in the first 3 paychecks, so I'm just going to enter in the last month. We're going to start out with Michael Moore. So once you go to the client's QuickBooks, find Moore's Feed and Seed. Then we go into workers, and we're going to run payroll, just so that all the employees' paychecks are recorded correctly and have the correct amounts. So this is the pay period. We just have to make sure it's in the correct pay period. So it's the 24th through the 30th, and we're just going to change the pay date. It should be the last. It should be the same as this. So we're going to uncheck all the employees and check them as they go. So Michael Moore is first, and we're going to go edit him. In the regular pay, this is his regular pay, and this is his overtime pay. So it gives you his rate here, so we're just going to type in 40 hours, and to find how many hours he worked of overtime, we're going to do 217.50, and we're going to divide that by his overtime rate. So it's 14.5 hours. Now we're going to adjust the taxes. So his Social Security and his Medicare are the same as on the pay stub. Now we're just going to change the federal withholding. That should match up. Alright. Next. Actually, one thing I did want to mention, I'm in Michael Shaw next. I entered in the correct hours, but ultimately your goal is for this number to match this number. So where you have to adjust that is in the federal withholding. So we're just going to withhold a penny less, so it'll be $5.99, even though it's 6 on here, just so that those numbers match up. There we go. Okay, so I went ahead and filled in all the other employees. I just made sure that I did it for all the other months. So on the pay period of the 23rd, the 16th, and the 9th, and the 2nd. So this one's the last pay period of the month. We're going to go into preview payroll and submit payroll. Okay, so here is where we're going to make sure that the check numbers are correct. So Christy, she got paid $354.17, and her check number was $97.84. Nathan's was $520. I'm sorry, I had gone back and adjusted Nathan Moore. He was recorded as $592.20, so I had to go back in and delete the check and rerun it, just him individually. But so I was saying earlier is you can put in the check numbers. So Christy has $97.84 and $354.17. Nathan has $97.83 and $592.22. Matthew Moore has $667.03, and his check number is $97.82. Then we're going to Michael Moore. His was $520.26. $97.80 was his check number. Mike Shaw was $97.81, and his total was $487.15. So those look good, and I already made sure that the other checks were correct. So if we go into workers, we can see his paycheck list for, let's go in March, since we're working on March. Okay, so we're gonna run the report. And we can see all the paychecks that he issued. So then we go into our reports, and we're gonna do basically the same thing. We're gonna go into the, well, we can search it here, the tax liability. And we're going to run the report custom as well. So 0301. You want to make sure you have the whole month that he paid the payroll. 03. So you can just go ahead and run it as of the end of the month. So here we're going to see his payroll taxes should equal to this. So this is the federal withholding, this is Social Security, and then this is the Medicare. So what we're going to do from here is you're going to go into printer friendly, and we're going to save it into bookkeeping, more, the year, quarter, payroll, the tax liability report, and I'm just going to change the name here. 03 and March. Okay. So you can exit out of this. One final thing I forgot to mention is once you get to this point, once you have the tax liability report and you split up the amounts that are for each thing, for Social Security, Medicare, withholding, you can go ahead and submit the payment through EFTPS as you normally would.